got 2.5, almost 3 pounds of chicken thighs in bowl here. It's been, I washed my chicken, so it's been washed. It's totally up to you if you wash chicken or not. Washing means either the inclusion of lime juice or lemon juice or vinegar and cool water. You drain it, right? And the bones have been removed, but it's been cut up into 1.5-inch pieces, and I left some of the skin. I removed most of the fat, and the skin is totally optional. If you wanted to remove the skin, you can do that. I encourage you to include the skin because it gives it, crispy skin from that fried chicken. We are making pepper chicken, and we've got to fry it first. So the chicken, all nice and clean and everything. Salt, yeah. Caribbean green seasoning, and that's a heaping tablespoon of that Caribbean green seasoning, the recipe for which can be found at caribbeanpod.com. Of course, we need some fresh ground black pepper in there. Now here's the thing, if you wanted to add an egg in this, beat an egg and add it in here later on when we put the batter on it, which is a combination of all-purpose flour and cornstarch. It will help that to stick better. Yeah, I am not the biggest fan of sesame oil, but I love the little smoky sort of nutty flavor of that in here. And I'm a huge fan of ginger. I don't peel, I give it a good wash, and I'm just going to grate some of that ginger in there, and that's it. You're going to give this a good mix. Yeah, stir it up nice. And you're going to allow it to marinate for about 25 to 30 minutes or so. If you can go longer, an hour would be even better. Please allow me to show you the setup. So I've got the seasoned chicken here. I've got a combination, equal parts flour and cornstarch, vegetable oil, and a tray with a wire wrap. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab a piece of chicken, dust it in here into the flour, then into the oil. And once they're done frying on all sides and nice and crispy and fully cooked all the way through, we're gonna put them onto the wire rack so the extra fat will fall onto the tray there. If you wanted to do paper towels, you can rock the paper towels. I just find that with the paper towels, the chicken tend to go a bit soggy. Just gonna grab a few pieces of the chicken, toss it in here, give it a good mix. Yeah, you toss it around in there, shake off the extra dredge, and into the hot oil. As you can see, it's starting to take on some color. It's been about 10 minutes now, and there's the pieces with the skin. That skin has gone nice and crispy. What I'm going to do is take these out, put it onto the draining rack over here, and continue in batches. And it looks like the second batch is all ready to come out. What I must mention is, notice the color there, right? And I want you to see something. After it's cooled for a bit, that is the color that you're getting there. So it does get a bit darker once it comes out of the oil and it starts cooling down. We're gonna take these out and get to the next step. And there we go. We have the chicken all fried and crisp and just waiting there now. Let's quickly run through the other ingredients we'll be using. In my wok, I've got 1.5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You'll need some chunky pieces of onion. The more onions in here, the better. It takes on a lovely flavor. Bell pepper, Scotch bonnet. This is where the heat is going to come from. I've got 3 Scotch bonnets, so a green and 2 red ones, seeds and everything. A combination of chive and shadow benny, which is culantro. Some people call it bandania. And garlic, quite a bit of garlic. I think there's about 10 to 12 cloves of garlic in there. If you wanted to add, no, by the way, once you took the chicken out of the hot oil, if you wanted to sprinkle it with a bit of salt, you can do that. The way I seasoned it with the salt, that was enough for me. I'm not on a high sodium diet, so by choice. So be mindful if you wanted to add some more salt, if you wanted to add some pepper flakes in here. And this is a sort of a mild version because you can add more Scotch bonnet pepper, or you can go with something more hot like Trinidad Moruga Scorpion or Carolina or whatever else is out there. that you like using. Just remember to vent your kitchen at this point, because once we start with the peppers, it's really gonna, the fumes is gonna be very pronounced. In goes the onion. Next up, the bell peppers. Of course, we need that garlic in there as well. And before we continue, I'm just gonna hit that and mix. And that's really gonna flavor the oil. Now you saw earlier I added that sesame oil when seasoning the chicken. If you didn't season it with the chicken and you want to add it now, or maybe you're a fan of sesame chicken, sesame oil. Sesame chicken is a thing too, you know. Of course, you can add some more in here. Medium high heat, because you know, here's the thing. If I was outdoor, I would crank up the heat even higher, but I don't want to start smoking in the house and all that. Because once the peppers get a bit of char and the onion get a char and the garlic and everything else, it will bring in a lovely flavor. A couple of minutes later, we're going to add that Scotch bonnet pepper in there. Now here's the thing you're probably asking, whether there's a different flavor profile to the green versus the red. The red just means, or it could be yellow as well. It just means those ones are mature and they're ripe, and yes, they will have a more pronounced heat to them. And if you notice, the garlic was a bit chunky because I like the garlic as I eat this pepper chicken later on. A bit more fresh brown black pepper. Hit that one more quick stir and we're almost there. You can see we're getting golden edges on the onion. The peppers are nice and soft, and the fragrance from that Scotch bonnet pepper is really screaming at me right now. One more quick stir. And of course, we've got to add all of that lovely fried chicken in there. I'm going to follow that up with all of that chive and shadow benny. And yes, it is getting difficult to breathe in here, but Mommy raised no biache, so I'm handling that heat. And the reason why we started with that 1.5 tablespoons of oil, you can add maybe 2 tablespoons if you wanted, because we need, once we flavor that oil with that Scotch bonnet and garlic and onion and everything, we need yeah boy, and just as I say that, I start coughing. Yeah, we need to coat the pieces of chicken, and that is what's gonna infuse that pepper, making it pepper chicken. Yeah, and again, if you want to use whatever sort of hot peppers you have available and like, you can certainly use. Yeah, don't be trying to source Scotch bonnet because Uncle Chris used Scotch bonnet. Yes, Scotch bonnet is the real McCoy, but if you don't have it, use what's available. It will only take about 3 or 4 minutes for this to warm back through and to get all that lovely pepper flavor in here. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. Spicy but also good. Some adult beverages. You know, go get your India Pale Ale or whatever it is you're sporting these days with, and enjoy this. Adult beverages. Well, things out here. Are gone.